and Tangela too. And our host, Vincent Van Dahl. And he brings it to ya! Creature features, and all creatures, and all creatures. And the creature gonna get you tonight. You better not turn out your bedroom light. He'll grab your head and give it such a bite. You may even die, just from a fright. You ain't nothing gonna be, baby. You ain't nothing gonna be alright. 'Cause the creature gonna get you, baby. Gonna get you tonight.
Silver bells,
Silver bells,
silver bells,
silver bells.
it's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling,
Ring-a-ling,
hear them ring.
hear them ring.
Soon it will be Christmas Day. City sidewalks, busy sidewalks, dressed in holiday stuff.
Might I make a professional suggestion?
Of course.
You'll lose far less viewers if you would simply stop singing at the commencement.
For a bloke who belches out Italian operettas whilst he showers like he's the reincarnation of bloody Luciano Pavarotti, it's somewhat rather surprising that he transforms into something of a music critic once he has finally donned some clothing. Merry Christmas and welcome to Creature Features. I'm your host Vincent. The musical nitpicker to my right would be my otherwise jolly porter and manager of all manner of manorial manorama, the remarkable Mr. Livingston. While the hyperactive young lady in the background, fueled by a candy-coated sugar high which commenced at 6 o'clock this morning, would be the lovely and delicate Tangela. And have we an interesting show in store for you? First, we have no guest tonight, so we won't even bother lamenting about the hows or whys of that. Besides, it's Christmas, and if we did have a guest, well, that would just be somewhat rather weird, wouldn't it? But for what we lack guest-wise, we shall make up for tenfold movie-wise. For tonight, we shall present to you the wonderful Tales from the Crypt from 1972, starring Joan Collins, Peter Cushing, Nigel Patrick, and Patrick McGee. This wonderful British anthology film features not one story, but 5, which means if someone tunes in late tonight, they should still be able to ascertain some semblance of a given tale.
If they were truly clever, they would tune in at midnight.
But the show would be finished by then.
Exactly.
In any case, it's a long movie and you don't need me to prattle on any further. So don't go away, because shall be another night of cryptic Christmas fright right here on Creature Features. Stay tuned.
Portions of this program are brought to you by Micromat, making products that keep your Macintosh running at its best.
This brief moment of tranquility has been brought to you by Nightscape. Relax and sleep better every single night with this and other videos from our free YouTube channel. Learn more by visiting nightscape.co today.
Ho, 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 and Merry Christmas. It's Christmas night.
Indeed.
No, it's the perfect night for a horror film. At least it is for me. Never mind. Welcome to Creature Features. If you're just joining us, you must be done eating your Christmas dinner, right? They do Christmas dinner in this country, right?
I believe so.
One would hope. And you'll have to excuse the mess. Tangella was opening her presents, and it appears Andrew's present as well. And why didn't she clean up the mess? Why don't you clean up the mess?
Because she would not allow me to clean it
Why?
up.
Why can't he not clean up the mess?
She finds it festive.
Anyways, our house probably looks like your house, so feel at home. Anyways, we've got a big night tonight, right?
We do.
Super big night. No guest. Tangella's my guest, and Andrew will bring in later. But we're going to watch Tales from the Crypt. It's a great movie. Have you seen it? She's seen it. Have you seen it?
I have.
Everyone's seen it, except I've only seen part of it, and I know the first part is a Christmas tale. 5 stories. First one is a Christmas tale, or at least it takes place for a moment in Christmas. And then, anyways, you're going to love this movie, and we're going to have lots of fun, so let's get straight to Tales of the Crypt, and we shall see you on the other side of the break. See you soon.
Stay as close as you can, please. In the reign of Henry VIII, when the monasteries in England were dissolved and the occupants tortured, beheaded in public or murdered secretly, some went into hiding to worship as they pleased. It is the decaying bodies and skeletons of these religious martyrs that you will see on your tour. These catacombs are dangerous, and I must warn you to stay with me and not lose your way. Please keep close together.
My brooch.
Hmm?
I must have dropped it somewhere. Thank you.
Well, which way shall we go?
Well, it's a toss-up. Let's try this way.
Dead end.
Sorry, wrong guess.
Well, there's no way out of here. Let's go back.
There's no way out there.
Who are you?
Where did you come from?
All in good time.
Look, how do we get out of here?
All in good time.
I'm in a hurry.
It can wait.
Well, I really can't wait. I have an appointment.
Sit. All of you. Please sit down. Sit down. I assure you I have a purpose.
What purpose?
Why did you come in here?
I don't know. I was just driving by and something made me.
And what are your plans when you leave here?
Plans?
Plans. To Joanne, the best wife in the world. Love from Richard. And a big kiss.
minute, darling. Mommy will be right up.
Mummy!
I'm coming, Carol. Carol, darling, what's the matter?
Has Santa come yet?
No, darling, not yet. You be a good girl and go on to
Can I
sleep.
see him when he comes?
Well, we'll see. Now, you be a good girl and go to sleep, otherwise Santa won't come.
What's this?
Nothing. It's just a Christmas card from Daddy. All right? Good night.
Good night, Mummy. Night, Daddy.
Guests of the show stay at Hotel E on Courthouse Square in Santa Rosa.
Silent night, holy night.
I'm not singing.
You know, for somebody from Germany, you'd think he'd have more Christmas spirit. What do they call it in Germany?
Weihnachten.
Weihnachten? And then what do they call Santa Claus? This is Santa Claus? He's what?
Nikolaus.
Nikolaus?
Nikolaus.
So jolly old St. Nicholas. They don't say St. Nicholas?
No.
You know, I don't know about Germany. I mean, they make nice cars, but they have strange words for wonderful things. Anyways, welcome back to the show. We are watching Tales from the Crypt, 1972. I am joined by Livingston and Tangella because we opted not to have a guest tonight because, you know, it would be sad to ask somebody to come on our program when they should be at home with their family.
Indeed.
Right? So these are my family. This is the closest thing I've got to family, so they're stuck with me. And Tangella's made a big mess of the parlor, but and she's making a bigger mess. Love, why don't you play with some of your new toys? Yeah, she's like a cat. She likes the box better than the item inside the box.
True.
Anyways, quick trivia on this film. Peter Cushing took a cut in pay because he wanted to be in this film so badly. Can you believe that?
No, but okay.
Why couldn't you believe? Peter Cushing's like one of the most famous people in the world.
He was.
He was more famous than Joan Collins.
Indeed.
No, Joan Collins at the time was almost unknown. I think she had just come off being a fashion model.
She was in a Star Trek episode.
Oh, that's right. No, she played, what's her name? The lady from the 30s.
Yes.
Somebody will write in and tell us the name. Helen something.
City
on the Edge of Forever. But what was the name of the character? All right, so somebody will write to us and say, there's people shouting it out right now, saying, you should know this. I don't watch enough Star Trek. I watched The Next Generation.
Did you?
I don't know. I know everything about Captain Picard. I do. He likes Deep Space Nine. I don't like that show. Anyway, so shall we get back to the movie?
Please.
All right, let's get back to Tales from the Crypt, and we'll come back. We're going to do some letters, right?
I believe so.
Some mail. See you soon.
We interrupt this program for a special announcement. A man described as a homicidal maniac has escaped from the hospital for the criminally insane. He is 6'3" tall, 210 pounds, dark eyes, bald, and may be wearing a Santa Claus costume taken from a shop in Burley. All residents of the county are warned to be on the lookout for this man and to phone the police if they see him. We now continue our program of carols for Christmas Eve.
Mummy. I let him in. It's Santa.
Nonsense. I have no
Hadn't you? And you?
I'm on my way home to see my wife and children.
And then?
Hmm?
And then? And then?
Well, I'm all set.
Must you go tonight, Carl? Can't you leave it till the morning?
No, I'm afraid I can't. My appointment's in the morning. I'll have to drive all night to make it.
When will you be back?
I don't know. We'll have to see how it works out. I'll phone you.
Did you say goodnight to the kids?
No, I was just going to.
Good night, Daddy.
Goodbye, darling.
Don't forget to ring me when you get there.
I will. Goodbye, darling.
Bye. Drive carefully.
Yes, right.
The removal men came this morning.
Yeah, well, so I see.
Should all be there by the time we get there.
Yeah.
Shame to give up a nice flat like this.
Yes, I know that, darling. But we've both had to give up quite a bit, haven't we? I love you, Susan. You know that, don't you?
Yes, of course I do.
You meet someone and suddenly that's it. I kiss my kids tonight and Oh, for hell's sake. I mean, it will be worth it, won't it, for both of us?
Of course it will. You are tired. Let me drive.
Yeah, okay.
This is Livingston, and you're watching Creature Features. Not now. Stay tuned. This portion of Creature Features is brought to you by CreatureFeatureStore.com, the official merchandiser of Creature Feature accessories.
This is absolutely remarkable. No, you saw it. She got me a robot. The robot from Lost in Space, except they call it Robot YM3. No, I know it's called B9. But,
And it talks, evidently.
Well, of course it talks. It's a Lost in Space. It must speak. It must be able to say, "Danger, Will Robinson," and other things of that nature. But, I'm confused because I'm trying to understand how they fit such a large robot into such a tiny box.
The wonders of science.
No, is there like another box that goes? No? Oh, and it says here that I have to build it. Well, I think I could build something, right?
It would be a challenge.
No, I know there's a room down in the basement where Andrew goes frequently that has tools.
Yes.
So I could use the tools, and perhaps he has motors as well.
It's the shop.
Oh, well, thank you, Tangela. As horrid as she can be sometimes, she's actually quite a good gift giver, as some of our patrons may have learned, right?
Yes, indeed.
No, she's quite generous when it comes to time. But then there's other times where she just kills people, so I'm confused. Anyways, welcome back to the show. Mail, we need to do some mail, right? What do you got for me, Mr. Livingston? Where are my glasses? I'm not used to my home being so untidy. This is unusual.
Neither am I.
Right, well, I think
Fairfield, California.
Fairfield. I've always wondered if there's any Fairfields in California. Now I know. There's one in this zip code. All right, what do we got? We've got some kind of disc and a letter. Why don't you open the disc for me, love? And I shall read the letter. Greetings, Vincent, Mr. Livingston, and the beautiful Tangela. She does look like a movie star tonight, does she not? She got some new Christmas sunglasses. They look like candy canes on the side, and she's quite smitten with those. All right. Enclosed is one of my CDs of synthesizer music that would fit your show, or if not, just have fun listening to it on a good stereo system. Do we have a stereo system?
We do.
All right. Many of my friends say it should be in a classic sci-fi or horror movie, and I believe it could. I'm a retired keyboardist who's getting closer to that magical door we call death. But is it really a magical door?
It is a door, and there is some magic involved.
That'll take me to the next realm of existence. So I decided to send out some of my musical creations to various places these last 2 years. It's copyrighted, and you may use it in any manner you wish on your show or for your own pleasure. I've recently started watching your show, and it's so cool. It is cool, isn't it? And It's cool that he sent us some music. You three make it fun and interesting to watch. I consider myself a horror sci-fi addict for movies of this genre, but you've had some old ones that I've never seen before. That's great. Keep up the great work you're doing. Yours Macabre, RML. That's it, just RML? All right. Well, it could be Randy, Randall.
Ralph.
Randall McIntosh Livingston. Maybe that's who it is. Anyways, RML, thank you so much. We'll take a listen to that. And hopefully you won't go through that door anytime soon. Right?
And Mr. Whitehurst.
Tucson, Arizona, Patrick Whitehurst. You know, if you spelt Whitehurst slightly differently, it could be a Hurst that was white. I bet he's never heard that one before. All right. Hi, Vincent Tangella and Mr. Livingston. Just discovered your show. And it's quickly become my favorite thing to do on a Saturday night. You know, there's actually better things to do on a Saturday night, sir, but we'll take it. Ooh, look at this. Oh, you need to hold this one up. So when will you dress in Tangella's clothes and her in Mr. Livingston's and Mr. Livingston in yours? You know, that could be somewhat rather interesting. However, I know whoever had to put on her clothes would not fit. And whoever put on his clothes would be swimming in it, right?
Indeed.
Because he's a rather tall bloke. Anyway, here is a Vincent superhero cardboard figure. Oh, there is. Look at this. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I love it. Look at this. Look. Yeah, I think he actually made this. That's amazing. All right, so we got to put this someplace of honor right here for now. You know, I like the way he added blue shade to my eyes. You know, maybe I should start doing that. Yours truly, Patrick Whitehurst, author of Haunted Monterey County. Where's his book? I just gave you a book. Oh, show me the book. This looks like a very nice book. And look, it's got photos. You know, there's not too many ghost books that have photos, which is nice. Anyways, check out his book, Patrick Whitehurst, Haunted Monterey County. Very nice. All right, one more?
One more.
What do we got?
This is from Moraga.
It's all California again.
It's all California today.
All right. It's been going on for a while. You know, I think the out-of-state people have grown tired of us. Right? I frankly don't blame them. All right, this is from Mr. James Spain. Moraga. We've heard from James. I mean, how many people have the name Spain? It's been a long time, James. All right, happy holidays to the Creature Feature family. Thank you again for another year of Hollywood's worst horror and sci-fi movies. Well, you're wrong there tonight, old chap, because tonight we are showing one of the best, I think. Every time you show a terrible movie, I say to myself, it can't get much worse than this. And then you prove me wrong. I use, for example, The Creeping Terror. That was a terrible film. But, you know, the reason why we ran that film is because we ran so many good ones before it. And we had to keep you on your toes. Right? That's not really why, but it sounds good. Where did you get these from? I mean, this movie was so bad, it makes Plan 9 from Outer Space look like an Academy Award winner. You know, you're right about that. Plan 9 is a very good film, and we haven't ran that one in a while.
It's been a while, yes.
Yeah, we should do that one. In our home, the quality of your movie selection is measured by how much popcorn is thrown at the TV set. Needless to say, after watching The Creeping Terror, the next day we couldn't find the TV screen. I don't blame you. But, you know, a lot of people like that film. I don't know why, but they liked it. But in all honesty, you three do give us all a fun evening, and sometimes the worst of the worst is expected. And by the end of your show, we all have had a good time, so thank you, and thank you for watching. P.S. On a possible guest, have you looked into having Billy Mooney on your show? From the Twilight Zone to Lost in Space, I think he would be an interesting person to interview. From all of us here to all of you there, have a great holiday season. Best, Jim Spain, Moraga, California. Merry Christmas and happy holidays, Spain family. Billy Mooney. Didn't we look into Billy Mooney at one time?
I believe so.
You know,
he's very busy.
No, it's a problem with him. He's always busy. We tried to get Billy Mooney on when we had the robot. Remember when we had Robot B9?
Yes.
And I think he had to go to a show or something like that. You never know. People don't make time for us. I don't know why. Anyways, that's it for mail. If you'd like to send us email on your own, send it to the address you see over here. Or if you'd like to send us something in the post, like your book or a CD with your music, send it to this address here. We'll be right back soon, but first let's get back to Tales from the Crypt.
May I remove this hat?
I'm sorry. Bad dream.
Look out!
Susan. Susan, where are you?
Crazy fool! Do you want to get yourself killed?
Darling.
What's the matter then? Look, pull yourself together. What's the matter? Come on now.
Yes?
Susan,
Who is it?
it's me, Carl.
Carl? It can't be.
Can't be? What do you mean?
Carl was...
Where have you been?
Please go away.
Look, I've been worried out of my mind. What's happened? The furniture. I don't understand. How did...
I brought it back. After the crash.
Huh?
And I was blinded.
Blinded?
And Carl was killed.
Huh?
2 years ago.
I'm sorry. Bad dream.
So that is why you were in a hurry? To leave your wife and children?
What do you mean? How do you...
What sort of game are you playing?
Game?
You're trying to frighten us in some way. What do you want?
To show you something. Something in your own mind. Something you are capable of doing.
I don't want to know.
Oh, but you must know. You must.
You know Punch, though. He's very nice, isn't he? I know some of you have to get home rather soon, so there's your little present, my dear. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Grimsdyke.
That's all right. Now, shall I tell you something? My wife's name is Helen. Mary Helen Grimsdyke. I always call her Helen. It's a nice name, isn't it? Bye-bye, then.
Come on, Mark. Come on, Julie.
Come and sit here. Bye-bye, Mark. Bye-bye, Julie. Two little dicky birds sitting on a wall. One named Peter, one named Paul. Fly away, Peter. Fly away, Paul. Come back, Peter. Come back, Paul. That's it. You think you could do that?
What are you looking at?
Grimsdyke, of course. His usual shell out to the kids. He does it every year on his birthday. I don't know how you stand it.
Stand what?
Living across the road from that man. He's a rubbish collector, a dustman, places an eyesore. The toys he gives those kids, he finds in the rubbish heap and repairs. Why doesn't he sell out?
I've made him offers. He's sentimental about that old dump. Says he and his wife lived there for their whole married life, and now he wants to die there. Just as she did.
Well, it ruins the neighborhood and depreciates the value of our property. The inside must be like a pigsty.
He owns the place free and clear. Nothing we can do about it.
Bye-bye. See you tomorrow. Shut the gate. Bye-bye.
Isn't there?
What on earth have you been doing?
Somebody just made an awful mess of Mr. Baker's garden. Poor Grimsdyke's neighbor. He was so proud of his prize roses.
My prize roses. Years of hard work. It's Grimsdyke's dogs for sure. This is too much. I'd like to make an official complaint.
But you mustn't take them away. They're my friends. Sergeant, please.
It's a court order and they don't have licenses.
Oh, I couldn't afford licenses. Sergeant, please. darling? Are you there, darling? Are you there, darling? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Is there anything you wish to tell me? Oh. Give me the message. Who to? Is it one of the children? Who to?
Portions of Creature Features are brought to you by the Winchester Mystery House in San Jose, California. Explore the mystery at winchestermysteryhouse.com.
Jingle bells, Batman smells, Robin laid an egg. Batmobile lost a wheel and the Joker got away. Hey! Yeah, he doesn't like Christmas. I don't know why. Look, he's wearing his humbug hat. He removed one hat to put this monstrosity on.
You made me wear the other one.
Oh, all right.
Who's making you wear that one?
We are joined by Santa Claus because it's Christmas and we need to have Santa Claus, right?
He's round enough, I guess.
Oh. Yeah. He's passing out toys for all the good little children, right?
This is the first year I kind of screwed things up. The lists kind of got mixed up, and the ones that were on the bad list ended up on the good list, and vice versa. And
that's no why we names to mention, eh? Right. We know who's on the bad list, but you know, she did actually quite well. Look at this mess she's got. Anyways, welcome back to the show. We are watching Tales from the Crypt. You like this film, right?
Yes.
So here's an interesting piece of trivia about this film. George Romero and Stephen King wanted to remake this film, and they decided not to, and they instead made Creep Show in 1982.
I remember that.
So if it was not for this film, you would not have Creep Show. Right?
I don't know if that's a bad thing.
Well, that's another movie he would not watch. Right? But you've seen this one.
I have.
No, you know, he only saw it because it was British. Yeah, Creep Show was an American film. That's why he didn't watch it. Anyways, so it's not really Santa Claus. It's all Handyman Andrew. And how are things, Andrew? How was Christmas? How were you treated for Christmas?
Well, I got quite a few gifts. However, turns out most of them were all my old tools from the shed that had been repackaged and put under the tree.
It's like, so you were re-gifted with your own gifts?
Yes.
Well, you know, she wanted to give you something, I presume, but did not want to spend any money on you.
Yeah, I noticed.
Right. Well,
cheap.
You did get the bucket of popcorn, right?
For a moment.
She
just disappeared.
Right, yeah, she likes popcorn. So, you know, I can imagine her giving you things that she likes so that she could use them as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's a technique that husbands use all over the world. You know, give your wife a set of wrenches for fixing the car, like spanners and crescent wrenches and things like that. And, you know, when your wife is not using them, you can use them as well. Right?
Chainsaw.
I see it. Yeah.
Interesting.
It is. All right, just like you. All right, let's get back to this film, Tales from the Crypt from 1972. It is a wonderful film, and I like it. How about you?
Love it.
He loves it. Off we go. See ya.
Grimsdyke's due to retire in 2 years. He's done his job well. There's no reason why the town council
He's too old. Did you think a younger man?
He'd lose his retirement pay.
And save the town some money. Poor old Grimsdyke. I do believe he's out of a job.
Flowers a little wilted, aren't they, my dear? God bless you. Plenty more in the garden. I'll get you some tomorrow.
Oh!
Oh, Jamie! Jamie, my little Jamie! Oh, I wondered where you were. Oh, I'm so glad they didn't get you. Welcome home. Oh, better save money now, hadn't we? Hey, look, Helen, look who's come back. Our little Jamie. Oh, that's wonderful. You're our only friend, huh? You and the children?
We thought it might be neighborly to let you know what was going on.
It's very kind of you to draw our attention to this, Mr. Elliot. It's so difficult to know what one's children get up to when they're out of one's sight. After all, last year, I remember...
You can tell from looking at his house what a filthy old man he is. Constantly filling it with children. Heaven knows what his motivations are.
Now, don't forget what I said. Just stay away from him.
But, Mummy, he's such a nice old man.
Don't argue with me. You're not to see him again, ever.
Why don't you go and play in our garden? And don't take any more sweets from him. Carrying rubbish all day? His hands must be filthy.
You and your Mr. Grimsdyke. Now remember, I don't want you to go anywhere near him.
Oh, Mum.
And that's final.
I don't understand it. Everyone was so kind. Now there's no work, no children, no one to make toys for. Oh, never mind. We've always got each other, haven't we, my dear? That's all that matters.
Just one more turn of the screw. And he'll sell his property for next to nothing.
What's on your mind?
Valentine's Day. It's just 2 weeks away.
So?
We'll send him valentines. From everyone in town.
Lots of mail for you today, Mr. Grimsdyke.
Good morning. Thank you very much. Oh. Oh, very kind. My dear. Look, it's not even Christmas, is it? Not that it makes any difference if it is or not. I wouldn't be writing to it. Let's see now. It's a Valentine card. You're my only sweetheart. Will this be? Noisy are children, loud is a bell, pungent is perfume, but you only smell. Hmm? Noisy are children, loud is a bell, pungent is perfume, but you only smell. I don't think I like that. Let's see what we have here. A tree is beautiful if its owner prunes it, but our town isn't, because your presence ruins Oh. Some people live in the country. Some people live in the town. Why don't you do us a service? Jump in the river.
What's Grimsdyke been doing to that mongrel? He hasn't stopped whining for a week.
You know, come to think of it, I haven't seen Grimsdyke for days. Not since Valentine's Day.
Can't be far away if the door's open.
The place is spotless. I thought it was filthy.
But the merciful goodness of the Lord endureth for ever and ever upon them that fear him, and his righteousness upon his children's children. Forasmuch as it hath pleased Almighty God of his great mercy to take unto himself the soul of our dear brother, Arthur Edward Grimsdyke, here departed. We therefore commit his body to the ground, earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, in sure and certain hope of the resurrection to eternal life through our Lord Jesus Christ, who shall change
It
our
was
vile
kind of
body
you to pay for the
into his
burial.
glory.
It was the least I could do.
According to the almighty
He
word
was a
of
neighbor.
Almighty, he is able to subdue all things to himself.
What's that?
Valentine's cards. The ones left over from last year. When?
She must be a year ago.
Today. St. Valentine's Day, February the 14th. A year ago exactly.
going to bed. See you in the morning. Night. Night. You were mean and cruel right from the start. Now you really have no...
True. It's true. I don't like Grimsdyke.
Hello, my name is Eileen Holloway. I live in southern New Jersey. I love the Creature Feature Show. Have a great day, and hello to all. Take care. Bye.
Hello, this is Livingston. Apparently, one of my newly acquired domestic duties is to request help for our show financially by asking you to visit our Patreon page. Your generosity will help keep Creature Features on the air, which I'm not entirely sure is a good thing. However, with only a few dollars a month from you, your kindness will allow us to continue creating new programming each week, which apparently some of you curiously enjoy. And should you have the desire to give even more, you might even receive a gift from Miss Tangella. I think not. Please visit the website below to learn more. Thank you. Portions of Creature Features are brought to you by the Winchester Mystery House in San Jose, California. Explore the mystery at winchestermysteryhouse.com.
Where'd she go?
She went to get more candy.
No more candy.
Yes, more candy.
Oh, dear God.
I think she has some kind of glycemic sugar reaction to candy. It's like she's taking drugs.
It works on her that way.
No, yeah. I wish she would just like drink caffeine like the rest of us.
Oh, that's even worse.
Maybe simpler.
It's like shaking up nitroglycerin.
Nitroglycerin, yes. Welcome back to the show. Tangella stepped away for a moment to eat more candy. but I'm with Santa Andrew, and I'm with the Grinch who stole Christmas. Bah humbug. I know, that would be Ebenezer Scrooge, would it not?
It would.
Right, yeah. Well, he's the Dickens, so same thing. Anyways, we are watching Tales from the Crypt, a wonderful film that, 5 stories. That's a lot of tales in one movie.
Indeed.
In one sitting. So, it's not like you can be bored with the story. It's like, I was bored from the beginning of the film, or like you're going to say, I knew how it was going to end, because you don't. You have to know how it's going to end 5 times. Something like that, right? You look like you're falling asleep. Yeah, I think you're overworking him. Every time I see him, he's got dreary eyes, like you.
I think it has more to do with Tangela than myself.
Yeah. Well, she means well. No, she does. She means well. Yeah, she's got a very large heart for such a tiny person. I know this for a fact. I would not let her live in my domicile if she was not somewhat kind.
There are some things that you are ignorant of, I believe.
So, you think she's just kind to me?
Yes.
All right, we'll see. Anyways, let's get back to the film, and when we come back, maybe we could work on getting some of this picked up, eh?
As you wish.
All right, see you soon on the other side of the break. Don't go away.
What am I doing here?
You'll see.
Well, that's it, Ralph, I'm afraid. It's all gone.
Everything.
More than everything. You have debts. I did warn you, didn't I, not to use money that had been entrusted to you. The risks were far too great.
Risks? The gains could have been enormous. What do I do now?
Well, you have 2 choices. First, bankruptcy.
And according to you, that would be dishonorable, wouldn't it?
Now, come on, let's face it. You've done dishonorable things in your life before, in your business life.
Hard, ruthless, and perhaps even cruel. Yes, to build up the Jason empire, sometimes I had to be.
No one has to be.
I did. Oh, it's easy to talk, but I had to fight my way up the hard way. If people got hurt, they got hurt. But I always paid my debts. No, I'm not going into bankruptcy.
Well, if you intend to try and pay off your debts, you'll have to start selling things. Things of value. Properties, your paintings, everything.
My house. All the beautiful things I've acquired during the years.
It's the only way.
I won't do it.
I'm afraid you'll have to.
So there's nothing else for it. We have to sell them. Oh, I know it's a blow. Our whole life's in them. Everything we've collected all over the world.
I remember that one. We got it in that strange shop in Hong Kong when you were selling guns too. Do you remember what the little man in the shop said to us when he sold it to us?
Yes. Use it wisely. I wonder what he meant by that.
Ralph, have you ever seen this writing that's inscribed on the bottom of this statuette?
Writing?
Yes, here at the base.
3 wishes I give, and no more, to each owner of me, so keep score. Each wish will come true, so take care what you do. I can't read the rest, but the last word is deplore.
What does it all mean?
Use it wisely.
Only it could give us 3 wishes.
That's storybook nonsense. It reminds me of a tale I once read. What was it?
We could pay all our debts.
The monkey's paw, that's what it was.
I wish.
I read it when I was at school.
I wish for lots and lots of money.
Oh, no.
Too late, I already have.
And I've just remembered what happened at the end of the story.
Well, you said yourself it was just a story. Like our 3 wishes.
Hello? Oh, hello, Charles.
I'd like you to come down to my office.
What, right now?
Yes, straight away.
What's it all about?
It's very important.
It's about money. I'd like you to come straight away.
I'll be right there. That's Charles. He wants me to go and see him right away. He said something about money.
Money? Maybe our wish will come true after all.
Hello.
Is that Mr. Gregory?
Yes, speaking.
I'm sorry to tell you, sir, but your client, Ralph Jason, has been killed in a car crash.
In his car?
Yes, on a road about 10 miles from his home.
Well, have you told Enid, Mrs. Jason, yet?
No, not yet. We found some letters from you in his pocket. They indicate that you're not only his solicitor, but a close friend of the family. We thought it better that you break the news.
Yes. Yes, of course. Leave it to me. I'll tell her.
Ralph? Dead?
They found him in the wreckage of his car. He'd obviously lost control. Skidded. Enid, this may not be the best moment to talk about this, but it may alleviate some of your other worries. You realize this accident makes you a rich woman.
Rich?
Ralph's insurance. He always carried a large policy with a double indemnity against accident.
Charles, I wished for lots and lots of money. Ralph warned me not to.
No, that's a coincidence.
No,
sure.
it's no coincidence. That statuette. It gave us 3 wishes. I used one of them to wish for lots and lots of money. Now, I'm going to wish for Ralph back. Charles, do you know the story of the monkey's paw?
That's the story of the old couple who are given a monkey's paw, which entitles them to 3 wishes. They wish for money. And they get the money because their son is killed in a machine in his factory, crushed in it. You mustn't wish Ralph back.
Why not?
Well, in the story, this mother wishes her son back, and he does come back, but in the condition in which he died, mutilated, mangled, torn.
Be careful not to make the same mistake. I shall wish that Ralph were back as he was before the accident. I wish Ralph were back exactly as he was immediately before the accident. Open it! Quickly!
No, don't look. His body was mangled in the crash.
Mangled? It wasn't mangled. Mr. Jason died of a heart attack at the wheel.
I wished for him back as he was immediately before the accident. But he was already dead. Dead from a heart attack, so the accident didn't kill him. Only one more wish.
Enid.
Please go away. Leave me alone. I want to be alone with him, please. Only one more wish. Only one. I mustn't waste it. I must be careful. Please, please. I wish Ralph were alive now. I don't want him to die ever. I want him moving, breathing, talking, alive. Now, forever.
What's happened? What have you done?
I wished him alive again, forever.
But don't you realize he's been embalmed? His veins are filled with embalming fluid burning into him.
Oh,
I need to do something. For God's sake, Edith, help me.
No, Enid, don't. You wished him alive forever. You can't kill him. Every piece of him is alive still. Alive and suffering. Mother.
Guests of the show stay at Hotel E on Courthouse Square in Santa Rosa. Portions of this program are brought to you by Micromat, making products that keep your Macintosh running at its best.
So there's my boots. Huh, you actually can do something nice for somebody, can't you? That's my toothbrush, isn't it?
What did he see?
What's more important is what you will see.
Well, who are you? What do you want with us?
To warn you of what may happen.
I don't care about your warnings. I want to get out of here.
Very well, but you should heed the warning.
Mr. Rogers?
Major Rogers. You might show me to my quarters and have someone get my kit in, will you? Shane, here. Goodbye. There were pictures on the wall. Where have they gone?
Personal property of your predecessor, sir.
Well, you must get some more. I'll go down to London and have a look around the galleries. Where are the men? The patients?
They've gone to lunch, sir.
You mean dinners, don't you?
Bon appetit, Mr. Carter.
Thank you, Harry.
Good morning. My name is Rogers, Major William Rogers. I've been appointed your new superintendent here and take up my duties today. I've had considerable experience in dealing with men as an officer in the Army. I promise you I will do this job to the best of my ability. I hope we'll all get along well. If there are any complaints, I shall be pleased to deal with them in my office at any time. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Jane. Yes. Well, Shane, after I made a few changes, I think we're going to like it here.
Stone cold.
It's always like that now.
All right, old boy. All right. I'll get you an extra blanket.
Yes?
The men have asked me to come and talk to you.
Yes?
It's about the heating. It's been very cold this past few nights. We wondered if you...
For reasons of economy, the heating is now turned off each evening at 2000 hours. You'll all be in bed by then. After all, there's no point in staying up. You can't see anything.
The beds are cold. There aren't enough blankets.
I'm trying to run this place as efficiently and as economically as I can. I'm afraid the current budget does not include the cost of new blankets.
Do you know anything about blind people?
No, I can't say I do until I took over this job. But I was in the army for over 20 years, and I learned to handle all kinds of men there.
With all due respect, sir, we are not soldiers. And blind people are not like people with sight. We have lost one sense, but the loss of that one sense only tends to sharpen the other. Do you know what that means? We feel things more acutely. If food is bad, it tastes worse to us. If a room is dirty, we feel every speck. If an insect scurries across the floor, we hear it. And if it's cold, we feel the cold more. Why don't you sell that painting and buy us fuel or extra blankets?
I was not aware that the administration of expenditure for this establishment had been handed over to you, Mr. Carter. Good morning.
Dishwater. Filthy muck. No meat in it.
Sorry, Dad, there ain't no more.
No second helping?
Well, rations were cut, you see. Superintendent says he's doing the best he can with prices so high.
It's customary to knock on the door of a private office. What do you want? Can't you see I'm having my lunch?
What is it? Nice juicy steak? Well, we get nothing but slop.
Well, I do the best I can for you, within the limits of the budget provided for me.
But you eat meat? And drink wine?
I am the officer in charge.
This isn't the bloody army.
Mr. Carter, in the kingdom of the blind, even the one-eyed man is king.
Chase!
Shane, stay. Here.
Doctor.
Do you realize it's gone midnight? Doctor. Who wants a doctor?
It's Greenwood, sir.
Well, can't it wait till the morning?
He's ill, sir. Very ill.
Well, I suppose I better take a look. Shane, wait. Blanket. Which one is Greenwood? The man is dead.
Very well.
This is Livingston, and you're watching Creature Features. Stay tuned. This portion of Creature Features is brought to you by CreatureFeatureStore.com, the official merchandiser of Creature Feature accessories.
You know, I don't like the red sticks. I want a black one. My goodness. You know, she made this. She actually created it on her own, using her own hands. I don't like the red ones. I want a black one. Yes, we've got the cleaning crew behind us, so please pardon the noise. If you two could keep it down a bit. Welcome back to the show. It is Christmas night. Tales from the Crypt is what we're watching from 1972. Now, a bit of interesting trivia on this film. One of the homes in one of the sketches was actually in The Omen as well. No, they used it twice, the same house twice. It happens sometimes in the movies. Anyways, fun film. So, Tangella, what was your favorite thing that you got for Christmas? Andrew's popcorn was your favorite thing you got for Christmas. You did not get that for Christmas. He did. You know, of all these gifts she received on this blessed day, she has to take Andrew's one can of popcorn. How do you feel about that, sir? He's obviously pleased. Anyways, having fun? All right. Let's get back to the movie, and when we come back, we're going to find out what's going on next in the world of Mr. Livingston and Mr. Andrew. So don't you dare go away, and you stick around.
Shane? 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 What the hell do you think you're doing? Go back to your rooms, all of you.
It's our turn to give the orders now. Major Rogers, sir.
Well, what is it? What do you want? Shane. Shane. All right, boy. All right, boy. What is my dog? What are you doing with my dog?
Let me go! Let me go! Let me go!
Your dog seems to be getting hungry, Major Rogers.
Feed him, please. Please feed him.
All in good time.
Yes, but you must feed him. He'll be dangerous. He'll go wild, berserk.
I know, Major Rogers, sir.
This brief moment of tranquility has been brought to you by Nightscape. Relax and sleep better every single night with this and other videos from our free YouTube channel. Learn more by visiting nightscape.co today.
What are you doing out there?
You'll see soon enough.
Look, give me something to eat, please, please. I haven't had anything to eat or drink for over 2 days. Please, please. Well, at least feed my dog, please.
He'll be fed all right. Major Rogers, sir.
What is all this? I'm on my way to a new job. I don't know why I stopped here.
I do. Now you may go.
But how can we? Where are we?
In a place where people go who have died without repentance. You see, I wasn't warning you, but telling you why you are here for all eternity. And now, who's next? Perhaps you?
And so ends Tales from the Crypt. They all go to hell.
As they should.
That's terrible. No.
Bad people.
These moralistic films, you know, I don't think the first woman would have been sentenced to Hades for merely butchering her husband. I mean, if that's the case, then this one's going there, right? Maybe.
Surely.
Oh, I don't know.
If we have, with any luck.
All right, anyways, wonderful film. We had fun. I had fun. Did you have fun?
I have so much work to do, I
He
cannot
had
discern
fun.
that.
No, he had fun. That's what he's saying, in his own way. He had fun.
I love to work.
He does love to work. Anyways, we hope that you have a absolutely wonderful Christmas and you do something fun. Next week, we're going to have Rachel Litvin.
Rachel Litvin.
For New Year's.
The author.
Yes, she's an author, but she's also a wonderful person.
Indeed.
Right, now, wonderful guest. You folks might remember her from a few years back, actually.
A couple of years, I believe.
Right. So Rachel will be our guest for New Year's. It'll be lots of fun, and we hope you'll join us. So we hope you have a wonderful rest of your Christmas, and don't eat too much candy, and don't spend too much time with your gifts. Spend it with your family. See you next time. So, Andrew, what do you think about maybe next year we'll have Santa Claus back?